There is a third party tool called PG Pool is there actually. Sometimes in interview they're asking questions related to PG Pool. Okay. If anyone asks, do you know PG Pool? I know, but I don't know how to implement like that. You tell them. I know the alternatives for PG Pool like that. You tell. What are the main purpose with PG Pool? PG Pool actually it's a middleware tool. Okay. PG Pool middleware. It works between the database server and client. It works between database server and the client actually. What purpose it will be used in middle? Sometimes for connection pooling. Connection pooling means yesterday we have done right reserved connections. It will keep the reserved connections at database side, but very heavy weight. PG Pool is a heavyweight software. Only for connection pooling, you no need to use the PG Pool. You have alternative, right? Only for connection pooling. What is that alternative? Reserved connections. PG Bouncer. PG Bouncer we have, right, for reserved connections. And second thing, with PG Pool, you can build the replication as well. Anyway, we have native replication, streaming replication we have, right? So we don't need PG Pool. Only for load balancing. With PG Pool, we can do the load balancing. All select queries will go to standby server, all write queries will go to master. That load balancing is possible with PG Pool actually. At the same time, AutoFSC. So what we are doing for reserved connections, we are using PG Bouncer as an alternative. And for replication, we are using replication auto failover. We are using auto failover extension. So that's the reason we are not touching the PG Pool actually. Okay. And one more thing, last class someone asked actually, what are the different kinds of indexes we have? We have 3-4 types of indexes. Each index will be for different purpose. The details are there in this index creation link actually. Okay. So now let me enter into the row level security. Yesterday I told, right, today we will cover row level security. Let me cover that one. So row level security purely development concept. You not even get a chance to create the row level security. Developers will create that one. So let me open that. If anyone have any questions, ping in the chat. At the end, I'll explain. So for example, see, I will create one table, company table. Okay, table name company. SU-Postgres, PSQL. Just I'm creating a company table. See, company. I will create one more table, manager. Total 2 tables. Okay. Now I will insert data into first manager table. You need to tell the answers. Okay. Second, I'm inserting data into company table. So do one thing, select star from T_company. You see the company data. Next thing, select star from T_manager. Clear cut answer is coming actually. In this manager table, who is the employee? Who is the manager details coming? Correct, right? Person, manager. For which person, who is the manager, it's coming. Can someone tell me who is the top level manager? All top manager. Out of these guys, we have Hans, Paula, Berta. 3 people is there. Out of 3 people, who is the higher manager?
Hans.
Hans is the higher manager. So under Hans, who are the employees? Under Hans, Paula and Berta. If you see under Paula, again you have Manuel and Mike. Under Berta, 3 employees are there. Okay. Now only the concern came. What is the concern? Row level security. If Hans logging in, Patroni also auto failover tool actually. Patroni for HA, high availability, disaster recovery. Patroni, rep, already I told this one. Patroni, rep manager, EFM, these all are auto failover tools. Instead of these tools, we have covered auto failure extension, right?
Okay.
So now my intention, for example, to the server, if Hans logging in, if you do select star from T_manager, he should see all the data. If Paula login, user Paula login, Paula can see only 2 records, manual record, mic record, Paula record extra. Okay, like that I'm expecting actually. We'll see. We'll see how the row level security works now. We'll see. 1 minute. So now what I can do? See, I will create 2 users. Any table. Do you want to achieve that kind of thing? You need to enable row level security. See, alter table name, enable row level security. After enabling row level, please keep in mute. After enabling row level security, you need a proof, right? How to find the proof? See, select void comma relation name from PG class where row level security equal to 2. It will print wherever. See, the T_company table enabled actually which one? Row level security we have enabled. Whenever you have enabled row level security, normal users cannot access the data of the table. Okay, even though you are giving select access. For example, see, I'll do one thing. Create user Hans, for example, with the same name, same manager name. I'm creating user. Create user Hans with the password Ram, for example. Okay, and grant select on T_ which table? Company table. I have enabled row level security, right? Company table I have enabled row level security. So same table, on top of same table, I'm giving select permission on company table to Hans. For example, see, done. Now log in with Hans, SQL-U Hans, the Postgres database. Yeah, Postgres. So he connected. Now if he is trying to do select star from T_company data, anyone can tell me what is the reason? See, company data is the company table is there. It has data. In that company table, sorry, on that company table, I given select access to which user? Hans. When Hans connected, 0 records displaying. What is the reason? Why data not appearing? This is due to row level security. Okay. Whenever you have enabled row level security, this is, we will call it as a data masking as well. Okay. Data masking as well. Normal users cannot see. If you enable row level security, for normal users, data will not accessible. Even though you are giving select access, still no use. Then what I have to do? Only super users can see. Okay. Only super users can see. If you don't want, hey, how come I will not make super user? Any other alternative? Yes, you have an alternative. You are not a super user, but still you want to access the table which is enabled row level security. Okay. So for that, exit, log in with super user. Super user can able to see the data. Select star from T_company. Okay, super user can able to see. See this much data coming, right? Now what I can do? I will create policy. See, create policy. I also don't know this much big policy how to create. Developers will do that actually. Okay. So see here. Create policy name on company table. On top of company table, I'm creating the policy using this is a recursive one actually. Manager in with recursive, leave it about this one. The end of the day, main goal is whoever the user logged in, first it will check it whether you are a manager or not. You are a manager or normal employee, whatever it is, first your record will be printed. If you are a manager, opposite to you, who are the persons, it will take it, print the person details as well. Okay, that is my intention. If you are a normal user, only your details will be printed. If you are a manager, your details, underlying employee details will be printed. That is this policy logic. Developers know that how to create the big logic actually. For now, I created a policy. After creating the policy, see, you can get from select star from PG policies. So see here, my fancy policy, right? So I got the policy. See the policy definition. I created a policy. Now see, Hans role created, right? Now you log in with Hans. Do select star from T underscore company. Earlier 0 records displayed, right? Now T underscore company. You try. Okay. Company table and manager table don't both have permission. Both need permission. Grant select on T underscore manager only for company table. If you give it, will not work. Hands, see. Exit. Login with Hans. Try to do select star from company. See. Now Hans can able to see all the data, all departments data, department 1, department 2, all employees data he can able to see. But for example, see, I will create user Paula with password Ram. Grant select on T underscore company to Paula. Grant select on T underscore manager to Paula. Okay. So see this one for both company table, manager table, I given select access to Paula. For example, if Paula logging in, user Paula, okay, Paula trying to do select star from company, T underscore company. See, only 3 records came. Why 3 records came? One is Paula record. Paula is the department 2 head. In department 2, one employee Mike, another employee manual, right? So only that records will be printed. Why? This will happen due to row level security and what else? Policy, right? Due to policy. For example, create user Mike with password Ram. So give the grants mandatory. Grant select on T underscore company table to Mike. Next T underscore manager table. Manager table to Mike. Exit. Login with Mike user this time. Database, I am logging with Mike user. See. Select star. Anyone can tell me how many records we can get it with Mike? Little bit scroll up. I have a Mike actually here. Where it is? Yeah. Here Mike is there. I connected with this user. Mike is a manager or normal employee? Mike manager or normal employee?
Normal employee.
Normal employee. So how many records it will be printed?
Only one.
Only his record. Super. Only his record only. Okay. Normal employees don't have that many priorities. Here, see what happened. So he is not a manager, right? So his record will sorry. He is not a manager. So that's what his entries are not printing actually. Like that. So now only managers can print their data. Manager underlying employee data. Normal user cannot see his own data as well. Okay. Like that they created the policy. Up to them, sometimes they will give condition actually, different condition. That's the reason if you go to your company, if you open employee details, sometimes in the workday or somewhere, your employee details will be printed. We will think like that all employees details will be there. If you go and see, only your data will be visible. Later, your manager will come and say, hey, I saw all your details in the workday. Same table data. Same table data, my manager seeing all records, but I am seeing only sometimes empty records or sometimes my records. So this is happening due to row level security and policy. Okay. So data masking also, this is the main reason. For any table, if I enable row level security, without creating the policy, none of the users can access the table except super users. Remember this. Data masking can be possible with this row level security only. Data masking once, it will not visible to anyone, right? Yep. So now I'm jumping into the concept actually. This one. Monitoring. 1 minute. Hey, please listen this class carefully. Monitoring one. Daily same work in office. Monitoring work only main. 50% of your work goes to monitoring. Remaining thing, tuning, backups, restores, replication, lag checkings, that and all remaining thing. But main of most of the work will go to monitoring. Okay. That's what for monitoring I'm giving a separate notepad. Yep. So first, any database. For example, you are getting the alert actually. Okay. You are in a night shift maybe. You are in a night shift. Suddenly, database space got filled 100%. Database service is down. First, who is the responsible? You are in the night shift. You are in the night shift. Night shift, suddenly database went down due to space issue. You have enabled monitoring and all, everything, alerting and all, you have enabled already. Who is the culprit first? The guy who is in the night shift, that guy is the culprit. Why? If you observe the space issue 60%, 70%, 80% warning you, information alert, right? By that time, definitely it will send the alert. By that time, if you miss only, if you are not taking action only, it will reach 100%, right? Then who is the culprit? We are the culprits. If we do monitoring proactively, if we take action proactively, whatever the alert coming immediately, if you fix it, will you see that kind of major issues in future? No, right? So monitoring will be, sorry, your system ad hoc issues will be depends upon your monitoring capabilities. Coming to any database, you have a 2 levels of monitoring. One is operating system level, another one database level actually. 2. One is OS level, one is DB level. Why OS level? That is the platform where is your database existed, right? That is the platform. So OS level is the main criteria, operating system level. Now coming to OS level, first we will monitor the number of process running. Number of process running, is it normal or is it anything abnormal compared to other days? Okay. Anyone can tell me how can I check how many number of process running? How many number of process are this one actually? Running?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. PS-EF will print the number of process running. I want count.
WC-L.
WC-L. Word count. Okay. See here. PS-EF. WC-L gives the total number of process running. You do one thing as a baseline, you keep it. Like, for example, daily 150 process will run, okay. But more than 250 or 300 runs, it's a problem. Like that, you can keep a baseline according to that, enable the alert. Okay. So PS-EF, WC-L, number of process. At the same time, we will check one more count. With which user? With root user, with Postgres user, these sessions running, that part you need to check. PS-EF grep root WC-L. See, with root user, how many process running, you can check it. So here 1 or 3. Next with Postgres user, how many sessions running, you check. So just WC-L command common, but you need to use the grep command, right? Grep command. So you know the total count to only root user count and only Postgres count, right? Next, what I will do actually, CP uses. For example, sometimes if I see more number of process from root user, what I need to do? If I see more number of process from root user, what I need to do? I need to inform to which team?
Linux team.
Linux team, your operating system
Linux
team.
operating.
You are seeing, yeah, more number of root process you need to inform to Linux team. If you are seeing more number of Postgres process IDs, you need to take
We
care.
have
You
to,
need to
as a-
take care. We are the responsible, right? DBA team. Okay, number of processes count is same, or else good. Okay, we are seeing 150 processes only. It's not a big deal. But after that, immediately we will check CPU usage. How much CPU consuming? What is the command? Find the CPU usage. Top command. So your top command will give you the CPU usage. See a little bit scroll up here. So top command, see the output. So first 10 lines, see. First 10 lines with the top command output, you take it. Just in your notepad. Here, percentage CPU coming, right? Percentage CPU coming. May I know where I need to focus? Which value? Idle. See here, idle is there, right? Idle means what is that? Available. Idle means available for usage. Okay, hey, I have idle 1 lakh. That means you have 1 lakh rupees cash. You can use whatever you want actually. So idle means available. So 98% be available. Idle means good or bad? Good only. So when it will be not good, if idle become 40, that means how much percentage used? 60% is used. If idle, that means 60% utilized, right? Now what we will do, you start tracking. Who is the consuming more CPU? That part you need to track. Hey, I don't know, anyone can tell me how to track actually? Which process consuming more CPU? See here, for your information, if idle is 40% warning, idle 30 means, sorry, idle 40 means warning, information. Idle 30 means warning. Idle 20% used means, sorry, 20% available means critical. 20% available means how much used? 80% utilized. So that is a little bit critical. So by that time, what I can do? If you found CPU limit reached 80% or 90%, in that case, go ahead and check the first top 10 process IDs and the details. Okay. Top 10 process IDs and the details. Where is the process ID? See here. PID means process ID, right? These are the process IDs. Sorry. 10457858 1. These are the process IDs, right? Left side one. Yeah, keep in mute us, sound coming. Yeah. So these are the process IDs actually. Now what I can do, if it is related to root user, I will send mail to Linux team or operating system team. If it is related to Postgres, if this process ID related to Postgres, see here. These 1 or 2 process IDs related to Postgres. Okay. I want to get what query running, which user running with the process ID, which table you will use. I want to find out this process ID details in database. Which query you will use?
User activity.
Complete I want. Which table?
PG stat user activity.
Super. PG, no, not user activity. PG stat activity. This is our session monitor. Whatever the sessions running in the database, I can find with a PG stat activity. See what are the details you need to get. Please, everyone should remember this PG stat activity. Select PID means process ID, right? Select PID, username, client host name from where they are connecting, query, which query they are running, from PG stat activity, where PID in, where process ID in, give the process IDs. What are the process IDs? Get from this number, right? Left side. Postgres related process IDs, you keep it. Then what will happen? Which process, which user, which client, which query, all the details will be printed. Okay. Then send the details to application team. Hey, your queries consuming more CPU. What action item we need to take? Please let us know. Like that, we will send mail actually. Mail or chat, whatever it is. Sometimes They are okay to kill the sessions. Sometimes they will say, hey, this is very critical. Let's wait for some time. Like that, they will say. Okay. Next, memory usage. Memory usage not that much issue. Memory, how we will check memory usage? Free-H. You can do free-G also, GBs. Okay, free-H better. Detailed it will come. How much available right now? 1.3 GB available out of 2 GB. Out of 1.8 GB, 1.3 GB available. So, okay for us. For example, if it is reaching more, available become less. What will happen? Mostly, for the coming queries, I will get a out of memory error. Let it come. We cannot do anything. No. Some people not accepting. Ram Babu, this one we need 100%. Which process is consuming more memory? We want that one. Anyone can tell me, I don't know how to find it. Which one is consuming more memory? If you enter M by running top command, after running the top command, if you enter M actually, it will be come by memory. See, order by memory usage. So by that time, take the process IDs. So see, this is the percentage memory column, right? So take this one, same process, get the process IDs. Then if it is a root process, inform to Linux team. If it is a Postgres process, log into the database server and find the query. What is the table name? Find out the query based on process ID. If you know the process ID, you can get the query. What is the table? What is the metadata table?
PG stat activity.
PG stat activity. Okay, don't forget that one. That is very, very important. PG stat activity. For example, now number of process okay, CPU usage okay, memory usage okay. What about load average? How which command I can find the load average? Top command also you can find it. If you run the top command, see the top command load average value is there, right? Load average, or else if you want only load average, just uptime command. Uptime command also will give you load average, right? Anyone can tell me what are these three values in the load average?
For every 5 seconds, sir, finding.
Which is the current value? Out of that, which is the current value?
One
Three
is
values
current.
I have 0.10, 0.07.
0.08.
This is the
Current
current.
5 minutes.
This is 5 minutes
5
back. This is 10 minutes back. Current load on the server 0.10. So now, okay, up to what level this value can grow? Up to what level this value can grow? That 0.10 is there, right? Up to what level? How much bigger it can grow?
1.
Depends on CPU.
Don't say 1 and 2. It depends upon the number of CPUs. LS CPU, it will give the number of CPUs. My server has how many CPUs? 2 CPUs, correct, right? My server has 2 CPUs, right? Here, see, number of CPUs, 2. So my load average can grow up to maximum 2. When the load average will grow? Anyone has idea? When the load average will grow? I will ask in a different way. When you will feel more stress? When you will feel more stress?
What more work?
More work. More work, that to same time coming actually. Okay. That time only will feel more stress, right? So here also same thing. More number of active connections coming at a time on the server. So then we'll see that issue, right? More load one. So more load average will be there. So what is the solution for this? How you will reduce if more load average seeing? Anyone? Kasif? If more load average seeing, how we can reduce it? Tell me 2 alternatives. 2 alternatives.
Yeah, we need to check like which one is consuming more.
No. Load average means 10 people hitting you with the same stick. Each one is hitting hardly. You don't have option. Who is consuming more load? Now, what is the alternative? You have only two alternatives to reduce the load average. You have two alternatives. One is people who are eating, ask them to stop. Correct, right? At least you will you will get some relaxation.
Right.
Ask them to stop the connections or reduce the connections. 100 connections at a time hitting impact, right? Ask them to reduce the connections. Hey,
Yes.
make it 50, make it 40, like that.
Yes.
Another alternative, increase the number of CPUs and system capacity, memory. Okay, memory, number of CPUs also you can increase it. That is one way. Either increase the configuration, server configuration, or else reduce the load. Okay, these are the two alternatives. Next, disk space usage, very important, disk space usage. So see, I will do df-h command. It will print out mount points usages. Which is the critical mount point in this? Root mount point. For your information, root mount point getting filled, if 100% is filled, you cannot able to access the server. It will not allow. If root mount point got filled 100% is, it will not allow the connection. So what we need to do? Root directory got filled completely. We are not using root file system, only operating system using. Then we will inform to Linux team. For example, if data directory consuming more files, our data directory, I will tell you one thing. Your data directory in separate mount point, your root file system in the separate mount point. Root mount point is different. If your data directory 100% is reached, we can log into server or we cannot log into server. If data directory fills 100%, sorry?
We can log in.
Yeah, if data directory 100% is filled, we can log into the server. It will work, no problem. But if root file system is there, right? This is get filled 100%, you cannot log into the server. Remember this one. Be careful. Okay. Whenever 60% is reaching this one, immediately inform to the operating system team. Whenever your data directory reaching 60%, we need to make it free. How? In the data directory, is there any unnecessary files are there in the data directory? First you check. Second thing, any old backup file. Sometimes by mistake DBA will take the dump in the backup directory. They will, data directory. They will forget to delete the backup files. Sometimes your audit logs. We will keep audit logs actually too old. Okay, maybe 5 months, 6 months one. PG_log is there, right? Under PG_log, some files are there. 6 months or 7 months files will be there. You forget to delete it. So do the cleanup actually. First unnecessary files, old backup files and audit logs, we will clean it. Interview, they will ask this question like this. If data directory getting filled 80% or 90%, how you will do the housekeeping, how you will reclaim the space, what are the action items you will take care. Okay. So then tell them, I will find out any unnecessary files are there, any old backup files are there, any more number of audit log files are there. I will check and I will delete it. If you remember last time I told one thing, audit log, I will enable one script like that. I told actually, see, 15 data. What is the directory? Log directory. This is my log directory. In this log directory, I will give the condition actually. First condition, what I will do? 15 data log, right? In the log directory, find command. What I will find in the log directory, varly pg 15 data log. In the log directory, I will find with -m time plus 30. -m time plus 30 means more than 30 days files. Execute rm command. More than 30 days files I will remove in my PG log. So what will happen if I remove more than 30 days files? How many days files will remain? If I remove more, if I remove more than 30 days, how many days files will remain?
29.
30 days will remain. No.
30 days.
30 days will remain. So that is, I can save some space. Next, what I am doing, out of these 30 days, I have 30 days files in my server, right? Out of my 30 days, more than 3 days, -m time plus 3. -m time plus 3, more than 3 days. What are the files more than 3 days? I want to ggzip it. Okay. I want to ggzip it. Ggzip means compression. So anyone can tell me how many days files will be compressed with this condition? More than 3 days file, I am going to ggzip. So 1 minute. Ggzip. Zip command is there. Right. Wait. This command should work. Actually, somehow it's not working. Okay. I will give the exact command. Maybe my kernel behavior. See, more than 3 days file, you need to schedule the script. This statement, all you keep in single script. So here, if I'm zipping more than 3 days, so how many days files will be compressed? Out of 30 days, if I compress more than 3 days means 27 days files will be compressed, right? Zipped. So I can get lot of size. And now, how many days files normal? Last 3 days files. Today one, yesterday one, day before yesterday. Last three days files only normal. Now one guy asked, hey, Rambabu, 5 days back file, I want to read it. 5 days back log file, I want to read it. What I need to do? 5 days back file, normal one or compressed?
Compressed.
Compressed. How can I read it?
Yeah, that kind of.
Unzip, not unzip, no use. So don't do unzip. Any zip file, if you want to read it, command is zcat. You no need to unzip. Without unzip, with zcat command, you can read it actually. Okay. And one more thing. If possible, normally archive directory will be separate folder only, right? We will not keep under the data directory. So any old archive files are there, try to clean up old archive files. Anyone can tell me to delete the old archives. What is the command? To delete old archives, what is the utility? I told number of times. Old archive files to delete, which utility?
The archive cleanup.
Huh?
Archive cleanup.
PG_archive cleanup is the utility to delete the old archive files. Real time, don't go with a single mount point. Okay, real time, don't go with a single mount point. Whenever you get a chance to work on a new project, always do like this. First mount point 1 is there, right? Data directory. Mount point 2, that means disk, your C drive, D drive, right? Like that, you ask 5 mount points. First mount point for data directory, second mount point for PG wall, third mount point for PG log, fourth mount point for archive, fifth mount point for mount point for backup. So total 5 mount points you ask in real time. Okay. Data separate, PG wall separate, PG log separate, archive separate, backup separate. You may think, Rambabu, how can I give a wall directly separately? PG wall directory separate, how can I give? Very simple. See, during initdb, right? Initdb -d, your data directory, you need to mention wall directory. --- wall directory equal to give the your wall mount point. Okay. Next, PG archive cleanup utility I told already, to delete the old archives, right? Next, log into database directly. You done almost 4 steps, right? Unnecessary files, old backup files, and removing the old log files, removing the archive files, This part you done. Now database level. Log into database and find out actually any temporary tables, any backup tables, any history tables. How can you find it actually? Very simple. Some people, if their main table is a employee, okay, their main table is employee, they have lot of data. Now they are going to do some activity on the table. They have a small doubt whether it will be successful or fail. They have a doubt. They are not that much confident. So what they will do, they will create a backup table, safe side. If something went wrong to original table, at least backup table will be there, right? So they will do like this. Create table name underscore new, sometimes underscore new, sometimes underscore backup, sometimes underscore temp, sometimes underscore date. Like that they will create the table names as a select star from employee. Same as employee table, they will create the backup table. Okay. So later, once their work done, right, normally, if everything goes smooth, they need to drop the backup table. But they will forget to drop the backup tables. So if you find that kind of tables, you can find the list like this. Select schema name, relation name from pgstat, user tables, where relation name like backup, or relation name like temp, or relation name like temporary, relation name like date. Like that you can run the query. See what I will do. Log into the server. Any tables are there? No, right? For example, if I have a table like this, create table employee underscore BKP, number integer. Create table employee underscore temp, employee underscore TMP. Okay, employee underscore 2022. For example, like this, they will create tables actually, backup tables. If you run your query, see how many tables printed. Employee backup, employee temp, employee TMP, okay? Any temporary tables list will be printed. We don't know, right? Is it really temporary or original tables? Do one thing. Take this list, send it to which team? We will send to engineering team or developers team, right? Developers. We will send to development team. Why? They only know that this table really required or not. They will give the confirmation. Rambabu, you can proceed with the dropping tables. Like that, they will give confirmation. If I drop the tables, I will get the space, right? I will get space to my disk actually. Some space will be become free. And one more thing. If still you are seeing the issue, almost you done 7 activities, right? Still you are seeing the space issue. What we will found? Bloat value we will found, right? Bloat. Any bloat is there. Any space is wasting. So if bloat existed, what I can do? What I can do? I need to run the vacuum full, right? To reclaim the space actually. So if bloat not there, how to reclaim the space? Anyone can tell me? There is no scope to clean the space. No way. No backup tables, no temporary tables, no audit logs, no bloat, nothing is there. So there is no scope to reclaim the space. Then how you will get the space? Only option, we will request for space addition, right? Space addition, disk capacity increase. So for your existing data directory, if they are increasing the space, okay. Sometimes they will say, hey Rambabu, your C drive, I cannot, your C drive size is 100 GB. I cannot increase the size. If you want, I will give a F drive with a 200 GB. What they are saying, for the existing mount point, they cannot increase the space, but they can give the new mount point. If they give a new mount point, how you will add to the data directory? Anyone? I told already this solution. If they give a separate mount point with a 200 GB space, how you will add that mount point to your data directory? Create a table space with the new mount point location, right? Create table space with new mount point, then move your objects from the existing table space to new table space. Automatically, your current data directory will become free, right? Okay. Yeah. Now I given query to find the bloat. See here. Last time also I given, right, to find the bloat percentage during the vacuum fill. Little bit scroll down. See, if you run this query, all tables, whatever the tables in your database, it will be printed with the bloat details. See here. Table name, your tables, your table total size, your table bloat. Luckily, table bloat not there. All are fresh tables, empty tables, right? Just a very small data. So that's the reason there is no in MBs actually. So this is one way to find the bloat. Second thing, no Rambabu, last time you told one condition. According to the condition only we want. Okay, fine. In that case, from bloat is there, right? Remove the semicolon. Use the where condition. See, if bloat 50% and minimum 20 MB bloat, or else minimum 1 GB bloat, percentage 25%. In that case also, you can able to run the vacuum fill. Here I mentioned clearly. Okay, minimum 1 GB 25%, minimum 20 MB 50%. Hey, can someone help me? Tell me one number which will match this condition. See, 25% of the bloat is 1 GB. Then what would be the original table size? Original table size, how much? When we will face this issue?
4 GB. 4.
Excellent. If original table size 4 GB, then only this condition will meet, right? Here what is the original table? If original table size minimum, how much? Above condition. 20 MB 50%. That means minimum how much? Table size, original size. 40 MB, right? Out of 40 MB, 20 MB bloat means how much percentage? 50% bloat, right? Like that actually. And one more thing. So some people actually very active people, right? So for them I given actually with where condition as well. That bloat one actually. Where condition also you can do. For specific query also you can do. If you want for specific schema, you can remove this part, remove the semicolon, add this one from bloat data where schema equal to and where table name equal to, you can do that. Specific schema, specific table, you can find the bloat with where condition like this. Okay. This one I told, right? These two cases only will prefer the vacuum fill. Straightforward you will prefer or you will ask engineering team how you will do the vacuum fill. Blindly can do? No, right?
No.
You confirm to developers.
Yes.
Hey, your table going to be exclusive lock will be applied during that activity. Please don't perform any actions like that. We will say, right? Yeah. Last time during the re-index, I told if my index having bloat, I can get the bloat with the query, right? See, this is the query, index bloat. See, little bit scroll up to find the index bloat also. I'm giving the query actually. This is the query. Okay. See, if you run this one, I think you will get 0 entries. Why? You don't have any indexes. See, any indexes is there? One is there, but no use. See, no data. If index getting bloat, then it will print index name, how much bloat percentage, how much bloat. Okay. What is the index original size? Everything will be printed. So no need to worry. Table bloat, you can find it. At the same time, you can find the index bloat as well, right? Load average we discussed already. If you reduce the load or if you increase the resources, load average issue will be fixed. Now, up to now, OS level we are there, right? Number of process, CPU usage, memory usage, load average, and disk space issue. Okay. These kind of things we saw. Database level, can someone tell me if you want to monitor the session details, active, inactive, idle, how long it's running, session, which table you will use? Which table you will use to find which query in which state, active, inactive, idle. So which table you will use to find it?
PG stat under activity.
PG stat activity. Don't forget PG stat activity. Every interview they will ask. Which table is to monitor the sessions? PG stat activity. Select count star from C. PG stat activity. What it will give? Anyone can tell me? If I run this query, what output I will get it? What is the output? What it means? At a time in the database, how many sessions running? Okay. Right now in my session, how many is there? Huh? Only 6 sessions are there. Only 6 sessions, right? So whether it is active or inactive or idle, leave it. For now, 6 sessions are there. So only I want to find active sessions. Select count star from PG stat activity where state is equal to active. Okay. So see, only one session active for your information. And one more thing. Next one, idle. I want to find only idle sessions. Select count star from PG stat activity where state is equal to idle. Okay, like this. Now query will be find in 3 states. Any query, it will be in 3 states only. First one, active, idle in transaction. What is active? Active means work completed or still running. Active means still running. Idle means work completed, sitting idle. And this one, idle in transaction. Idle in transaction means completed or not completed. We don't know, right? Idle in transaction means we don't know. There is no guarantee. Completed or not completed, no guarantee actually. So who will come to know? Developers only will come to know. They are the one running the query, right? So you ask them, hey, query completed, still pending, output printing, what is the status? If developers okay, then only we can kill the idle in transaction, or else don't touch the idle in transaction. Okay. So one guy asked actually, say Rambabu, if more number of idle sessions are there, what I need to do? Kill the session. If long running query is there, what need to do? Kill the session. If blocking session is there, how to clear the blocked sessions? Kill the session. So everywhere saying kill. How you will kill it? So I told already, for every process one unique number will be there. For every process one unique number will be there. What is the unique number? Every process, whatever the session running, for every session one unique number will be there. What is that column name? Process ID, PID. Okay. See, select star from PG stat activity. Select star from PG stat activity. In this table, which column is there? PID. Process ID is there, right? Select PID from PG stat activity. So these many process IDs are there. You decide which process you want to kill it. Okay. So how to kill the sessions? Normally you people know kill-9 command. Don't use that one. You can do OS level, operating system level. I can use kill-9 graceful one. If I give the number, session will be cleared. Okay. Any DB level queries don't kill OS level. Do in DB level only. What is the function? Kill the sessions. We have 2 functions. One is, please remember this one. To kill the session or clear the session, we have 2 functions. One is, what is this? PG cancel backend function. Another one, PG terminate backend. Okay. One is PG cancel backend. Another one, PG terminate backend. This is very, very important. PG cancel backend, PG terminate backend, 2 functions are there to kill the sessions. They will ask question, which is better, which is safest. They will say, which one is recommended? Out of these 2, which one is recommended and why? So always we will prefer to use the PG underscore terminate underscore backend, as it will clean the sessions completely and completely. Okay, it will fully clean the session. Whatever the session you want to clean it, fully kill it. But PG cancel backend, there is no guarantee for the complete cleanup. It's a smooth cleanup. it will wait until the session completes, then it will cancel the session. But I don't want like that. Immediately I want to cancel the session. Which is the function? PG terminate backend is the session to cancel the session fully, forcefully to cancel the session. PG terminate backend. In the bracket, you can give the process ID. Don't forget. Select PG terminate backend process ID. It will kill the process ID. Okay, like that. Now one more guy asking actually, hey Rambab, not like that. I have actually 100 process IDs. 100 process IDs are idle. 100 out of, see, in the database 1000 process running, out of 1000, 100 are idle. Any dynamic way to kill all the idle sessions? Yes, you have. See here, to run dynamic script to kill the idle sessions. Okay, how to run it? This is until PostgreSQL 13 version only. 14 onwards, they introduce a new feature. Automatically, your sessions will be get timed out. But if anyone using PostgreSQL 12 or 13 to kill the idle sessions, this is the option. See, select this query. If you run it, what are the queries running from more than 5 minutes? It will print it. Right now, in my case, nothing is more than 5 minutes, right? So for example, if I'm checking 0 minutes, more than 0 minutes, okay, actually nothing is there. No idle sessions, right? No idle sessions. If you remove that part, actually, see how the query output will be printed. I will show you. See, it will be printed like this. See, it will printed if 100 sessions are 100 statements will be printed like this. If you paste it, all the process IDs will be cancelled. Okay, so you can use the condition pgstat activity will give all process. You can give like this also, where state equal to idle. You will print the idle sessions. Okay, see here, right now no idle sessions. Check active, where active queries will be printed. Okay, like that actually. So don't mention the condition according to you. Here I want to kill all the idle sessions more than 5 minutes. That's what I will run the query. I will get the statement like this. Then I will paste in the database. If I paste the statement in database, automatically that respective session will be cleared actually like this. Just print it. That's it. If session killed, it will be true. If session not killed, result will be false. Okay. 9572. This is not current process ID. That's the reason session not killed. If it is there, it will kill it actually. Okay. That is the way you can kill the idle sessions. Now you may get a doubt actually. What is the alternative came in the 14 onwards? See, so idle session timeout. Okay. There is a parameter claim. So idle session timeout is the parameter from 14 onwards. This value default disabled. If you want to enable, for example, if you keep a 1 minute, idle in session timeout value 1 minute, whatever the queries idle more than 1 minute will be automatically cleared. You no need to kill manually from 14 onwards. Not only idle, you can get idle in transaction session timeout. So I told two states. One is idle, another one. I told two sessions related to idle kind. Idle and idle in transaction. So both you can set a timeout actually in the 14. Remember this one. From 14 onwards, see here. From 14, PostgreSQL 14 onwards, we can kill the sessions automatically, both idle and idle in transaction timeout. Okay, timeout. For your information, this came in the idle one. Idle timeout came in the where 14 onwards. This one earlier also there. Idle in transaction timeout earlier also there. Earlier also there. Okay, remember this point. So these two parameters. Now related to one database, your server has 10 databases. Which data? Some guy given complaint. Hey, system responding very slowly. Don't know which database making the issue. In that case, if you want to find the details, which DB is the culprit, select a database name, number of backends, deadlocks, temp files from pgstat database. There is a metadata table called, what is that? pgstat database. From the pgstat database, dot name means, see, DATNAME, dot name means database name. Number of backends, how many connections connected? Any deadlocks are there? Any database generating more temp files, you can get it from here. Easily, if any database is the culprit database, any database is suffering, I can connect to the database and I can do the my R&D. Okay. Yeah, anyone can tell me what is this number of backends? There is a field called number of backends. What it is? What you are thinking about that?
Connection.
Number of connections made to the database, right? You
Database.
can easily find it actually. Okay. So this is the way you can get the database level statistics from PGStat database. Next one more table is there. Blocking sessions. If you remember, I told actually, I will give you blocking to find the blocking session details. I will give you the query like that. I told, right? Anyone can tell me? So which table is the main part in the blocking sessions? To find the blocking sessions, which table is main? Which metadata table? That day I told PG underscore logs table is the main, right? To get the blocking sessions. Which user blocking? Which user? Which query blocking? Which query? See, this much big query, they return PostgreSQL team, find out the blocking sessions. See, output will be like this. Blocked user, blocking user, blocked process ID, blocking process ID, blocked statement to blocking statement. Okay, like this, I can get the details. If I know who is blocking, who is blocked, then what can I do? Can I take any decision as a DBA? For example, Kasif blocking Karthik. Kasif blocking Karthik. I know as a DBA, I know Kasif blocking Karthik. Can I take a decision? Can I kill someone? Is it possible as a DBA? As a DBA, is it possible to me directly kill the session? Directly, who is blocking? Kasif blocking. Can I kill the Kasif session?
No.
No.
It's
For
not
Kasif,
application.
for Karthik, for all the sessions, owner is development team. I will inform to development team, hey, Kasif is blocking Karthik. Please let us know how can I proceed. They know that, developers know that. For them, Kasif is critical or Karthik is critical, they know. For them, if Karthik is critical, hey, kill the Kasif session. For them, if Kasif is critical, they will say, no problem. Let Kasif complete first. If Kasif completes, then only Karthik will do the activity. Like that, they will say. Whatever it is, you take the confirmation from development team actually. Okay. And one more thing actually. One more thing, deadlock. Sometimes by default deadlock, no action. If any query is in waiting state, for example, Kasif doing his work for 5 minutes. He is blocking Karthik. So that means Karthik should wait how many minutes? 5 minutes he should wait. That is blocking, okay. That situation we will call it as a, what is that? Deadlock. Deadlock, right? Deadlock actually. So you are a very, this one actually, developer guy, very serious guy. That guy told, hey, if any query waiting more than 2 minutes, if any query deadlock state 2 minutes, immediately that session should terminate. If anyone in idle state more than 2 minutes, kill them. So for that I can give the parameter called deadlock timeout. There is a parameter deadlock timeout. If I give a 300 seconds, so how many minutes? 300 seconds means 5 minutes, right? Any queries more than 5 minutes, if it is in deadlock, immediately get the deadlock timeout. Only queries which are waiting. Some people very critical, their database itself very critical, they will say one thing. Query activa, inactiva, idle, I will not bother. Any query, if it is more than 5 minutes or 6 minutes, I don't want to keep in database. So that statements automatically terminate. Make like that. How to do that? Statement underscore timeout. See, there is a parameter called, what is that? Statement underscore timeout in the database. So statement underscore timeout, default 0. That means it will not work. If you change any value, this is milliseconds. Value will be in milliseconds. If you keep it, this value, for example, 5 minutes. 5 minutes means 3 lakhs milliseconds, right? If you keep 3 lakh milliseconds, Any query running more than 5 minutes, automatically it will get terminated. That session will be get terminated. So please remember, idle session timeout is different. Idling transaction timeout is different. Deadlock timeout is different. Statement timeout is different. Okay, 4 timeouts. Very, very important. These 4 you read it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times also read it. No problem. Okay. Now see this one. I told this one. Work underscore mem session level how much? For example, session level 4 MB. So sometimes you can give to specific user. I told. If you given work mem to specific user, how I can find it? Select star from DB role setting. So see, any user having setting, don't have any user. Now see, alter user, for example, hands set work mem to 10 MB. For example, for hands, give me 10 MB. High priority. Whatever the connections coming from hands, they will use 10 MB work mem. Check now. Select star from PG DB role settings. See, work underscore mem 10 MB. Who is the user? This number is hands number. Okay. You can find the settings from user level settings from PG DB role settings actually. Okay. And one more thing, long running queries. Very important in the database side. Hey, more than, please ping me more than 10 minutes query running, any query running more than 10 minutes. I can easily find it. Select database name, process ID, user name, query, and from how long it is running. Now means current time, right? Current time minus query start time. What time query started? So I can get the from how long query running. For example, see, you came from your native place. You started at morning 6 o'clock. You reached destination 8 o'clock. So if anyone asks, hey, how long it took for your journey? What you will do? Current time minus your start time. Then you will get a original time, right? How much you traveled. Here I am doing same thing. Now means current time. Current time minus query start. So that one will be printed like this. First one hours, minutes, seconds. Okay. So then so that you can easily capture it, how long it's running actually. Okay. And one more thing. One more important thing I told earlier. So default temp file limit. Temp file limit -1. That means how much space temp files can utilize? Any idea? How much space temp files can utilize? This one we discussed earlier. How much space will be utilized for temp files? Unlimited. If your query generating more temp files, there is no limitation. It will keep on create the temp files until you have the space in which directory. Until you have free space in the temp files will be created under which directory? Hello? Temp files will be created under which directory?
Base folder.
Base is under which directory?
Data directory.
Data directory. So if temp files getting filled, its impact to which directory?
Data directory.
If data directory 100% is filled, it is impact to PostgreSQL services. Complete down, right? So can I give temp file limit -1? Unlimited is good or bad?
Good.
Temp file unlimited good or
Bad.
bad? So your table size 1 GB. If it is generating 10 GB temp files, it's good or bad? See, if table size 1 GB. If I'm doing select star from table, it is consuming 10 GB. Good or bad?
Bad.
Bad, 100% is bad. So do one thing, always keep a temp file limit value. Okay? Temp file limit, don't keep unlimited. That's the worst thing. So always set something. See, alter system set temp file limit equal to 2 GB. 2 GB or 4 GB according to your database size, you keep it. See, PGCTL reload and select PG reload conf, both are same. Normally your PG underscore CTL -d data data reload is there, right? That one and select PG reload conf, both are same. Okay. Now take the show temp file limit. How much it is? For 2 GB, right? Don't give -1. -1 means unlimited. Okay. What you need to do normally for bigger databases, you make it a 4 GB, at least 4 GB. Not go behind that. Okay. And one more thing. Anyone can tell me? I want to check table statistics. Which table? When was the vacuum? When was the analyze? That details I want to find it. In which table I can use it? PGStat?
User
User
table.
tables, right? PGStat user tables will give you when was the last vacuum, when was the last analyze, how many data tuples, how many records in the table, how many records inserted, how many records deleted. That all records will be appears in the where? Which table? Statistics. Huh? Table statistics, which table?
PG user
PGStat
user table.
user tables. PGStat user tables. That is very important in interview. First question, that one only, no option for you. Okay. PGStat activity, PGStat user tables, and PG terminate backend session. Without knowing these details, don't go for interview. Waste of time. Okay. So at least 3-4 metadata tables you should aware. As a 6 years, 7 years experience guy, definitely they will ask this one. Huh? Yep. Now see here. You can get from PGStat user tables. So whenever you want to run the analyze, you no need to take confirmation from anyone. Vacuum, better you inform. If you are going to run the vacuum, you inform to application team. Vacuum full anyway, mandatory. We need to inform actually. So whatever it is, analyze vacuum. If it is older than 7 days, straightforward you can run the vacuum and analyze on the tables actually. How you will check the replication lag? Select star from PGStat replication. In the replication, you have a 4 records, right? Sent location. If you run the select star from PGStat replication, you will see this value: sent location, write location, flush location, reply location. If all the 4 locations are same, then only I can say replication in sync, no delay. For example, see, replication lag in seconds. This query you need to run from the standby. Select now minus current time minus PG last exact reply timestamp. Okay. So current time minus PG wall reply resume timestamp as a replication lag. In standby server, if you run it, it will print the lag in seconds. Okay. So for today, we'll stop it. Tomorrow, we will cover one more small concept, monitoring prospective only, enabling PGStat statements. It's an extension. I will create the extension. I will show you few detailed metrics. After that, PGStat statements, I will go with a PG underscore activity. One tool is there. After that, I will jump into the performance tuning. Don't miss tomorrow class. Okay. We'll meet tomorrow. For now, let me clear the doubts actually. Hey, please don't leave while discussing the doubts. Then only you will get good knowledge. Immediately I'm saying whenever session completes, immediately leaving.